that house is really toxic. Because you're having toxic. Mixed emotion. I knew he was catching his cruise. We were both catching our cruise too. We're enjoying the buzz and the cruise and all that. So we really wanted it to look very, very real. Okay. Right. So, well, not because of the pressure or anything, but that was also a good distraction for me too.
Oh.
From, taking my head away from. So I was now enjoying the buzz from the housemates and every other activity, right? So it can't come on my mind from plenty thinking, okay, how's my boy doing and all of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that was basically it was like a spontaneous thing. I can only imagine what people think we're always doing under the sheet.
No. Let's not even imagine. I'll tell you.
It didn't come out the way it was supposed to.
I'll tell you. People thought people were having sex. Let's not even say what we're. No, they thought you guys were having sex. And there was a time where it looked like there was a condom. Then it looked like there was a time where it looked like Boma took a tissue paper and took it under the sheets. And obviously, when those things happen in real life, it's like they just snack finish. Do you understand? So that's exactly what was going on in the mind of a lot of people. So I'd like you to clarify that. So you guys were just talking under the sheets. Nothing was happening, even when your bodies were moving in unison. I was asking what your strategy was, going into the house.
Okay, my strategy going into the house, okay. Like I used to say before I got married, when it was time for the wedding, they say, what's your wedding color? They brought out this one. I say, see, nobody should stress me. Just give me black and white.
Black and white?
Just color of the day, black and a touch of white. I don't want problem.
Wait, that's what you decided. Wow.
Yeah.
Me, I was looking to probably say coffee green or coffee black, all those funny colors.
I went straight to the point. I don't get energy. Before you now start looking, okay, color of shoe, I said, I beg, don't give me black and white, they go my way. So when I was going into the house, I was thinking, what strategy? Should I do commando? I said, go fit it up. Should I do lover girl? I'm not sure if go fit. Should I do this? I said, well, let me just go. If I wake up for morning, person show me green. So today na green, we go with the flow. If I wake up and that person give me maroon, I say, okay, we move. So I didn't have any strategy going into the house. I just went in as, if you saw my entrance into the house that day, you will know that I came for trouble.
I remember from that day, people began to say, Tega, you not go see for this house. I
came for trouble because I was like, oh, if let's all of now come out, I don't date this house the lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't have any strategy basically. I just wanted to have fun because I've been trying for so long. So I just wanted to have fun. Let me just feel like, okay, it's like a 10 weeks holiday or a 10 weeks vacation. I just wanted to have fun. So I don't get stuck up in my shop. Say this, what's it called? Strategy thingy. If you go lost you for a road.
Yeah, you don't lose.
One small girl don't come collect her for your hand, away, mash you get so. Yeah, so you will not come be if you don't come, they confused on waiting to do next, you now have a confused identity. So I just thought about it that Momo, free your mind.
Free your mind and do what you need to do. Oh, okay. So do you feel like you had fun on the show? Because that's what you wanted to do from the get-go.
I had so much fun, in as much as there were times when I was down, there were times that I was confused. I haven't left the house so long like that, even if it's for 2 weeks without speaking to my family members, my son, my husband, my mom. I just recently lost my dad early this year. That's 1st of January.
Oh wow!
So after then what's it called? The process for Big Brother began. So I've not really been able to express my grief. So I've been holding up. Sometimes in the house, I'll just break down. I'll go to the restroom, you know. That's why if you can listen carefully, the housemates, they always come, Tega, what are you doing in the toilet for 45 minutes? I say, I'm having board meeting. I say, when I want to have board meeting, that's where I go to. And I'll stay there for as long as 40 minutes. I don't care. You know, so when I want to have my meltdowns, I just go into the restroom because I know, say, except if it's Showmax, that's the only place that will not be shown almost immediately, right? So, well, I had my own time when I didn't want to speak with anybody, but I was really, really forced to speak with some people. You know, there were times like that. So leave that way. We say sometimes I have a crazy face, sometimes I have a poker face, sometimes I'm laughing, sometimes I'm just like, you know. So there were lots going on. Yeah, there were lots going on. But I had fun. I had so much fun.
I'm glad that at least you came to that general consensus. Because now, if you didn't mention this, many people would not have known that you had times where you couldn't hold it together and you needed to have your board meeting and you had to just go do what you needed to do and come out and, you know, feel better and everything. Because it sounds like the house is a lot. Am I right? It's like a lot of things are going on.
Just imagine yourself in a 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me use ceiling. A 6 by 6 ceiling room. Right? And the door is jammed. And there's nobody to help you out.
Wow.
You're frustrated. Just you in the room, you're frustrated. There's no lights, nothing. You're stuck in that room, you're frustrated. The tension in that room is something else. Wow. You know, the tension in that house. See, Big Brother's house is like pregnancy. I say it all the time.
Okay.
It's like pregnancy. If you have never experienced pregnancy, you will never understand the story behind it. If you have never been to that, you know, coming out of the house, and I'm looking at the show like, so I'm like, is it, no wonder it's this easy to judge.
Oh, okay.
Like, no wonder it's this easy, because I'm looking at, they're doing tasks, I'm like, I'm here giving them things to do right here. Yeah, I'm like feeding them with ideas. I'm like, okay, why not do it like this, do it like this? I'm like, okay. Even when they were doing the head of house game, I was trying to configure it in my head. I'm like, this is why it is very easy to judge. Because you can never tell. You're here, you feel that it is really, really easy. We're doing tasks, you're thinking, these people, they are talking nonsense.
Yeah, they should do it like this now, instead of like this.
Do you understand? So I know if you blame anybody, because looking at it from outside, it is very easy. But trust me, I don't know. Well, like I said, if you have never been locked up in a room, or I think there's a phobia name for it, right? You will never understand. That house is really toxic. Because you're having, toxic. Mixed emotions.
Are you sure that's the word you want to use? When you say toxic?
Yeah, when I say toxic is in a sense that it's just like a relationship of love and hate. You want to leave this relationship so bad, but then because you love this guy, there's something he's doing that is costing your brain. He's hurting you, but there's something he's doing that you don't want to leave. There are times there was the time that I was like, I want to have a voluntary exit. Go diary room, go talk him now. Yes, there were times like that. Go and say it now. You know, won't go. I'm like, only me go to console myself, man. You've come too far. You can't let this slide.
Yeah, and of course, the prize money is 90 million.
The fourth week. And it was already in my head, you know. So that's why I said it's toxic, because you want to go. Oh, yeah, they go open door, give you, go stand like, only you know, but won't even see outside. You go stand for corner. No one look outside.
Even do at that time. I mean by,
So it's really, the pressure is hard. The pressure is high. If you've never been there, you will never understand. Okay.
So was this one of the reasons why you and Boma decided to do what you did? You understand? Because I spoke to him a couple of minutes ago. Hold on. Before you answer, I spoke to him a couple of minutes ago, and he explained his own side of the story. I know you guys have talked about it a lot, but I'd appreciate if you could just speak. He was quite honest and I appreciated how we spoke about it. So, because I'm hearing you say these things now, it sounds like the pressure and everything made you guys do what you needed to do. Even though he said it was a spontaneous thing, it was on the spur of the moment decision. So talk to me about the whole thing.
Okay, so during the Super Commando tax, when I sprained, I injured my shoulder. I was almost incapacitated because I can't take out my clothes. Someone needs to help me out. I can't like stretch the hand like this. I still can't do it anyways, like that often, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, my bed is here, his bed is here. So when I'm having those struggles, he's always there, like, okay, let me help you massage the bed. Maybe you can have some relief and all that. It was a genuine care. And me and Boma were friends from day one. Like from the day I walked into the house, that's when we started bonding like friends, At some point, we just realized that the housemates, they were shipping us, right? Okay. Yeah, the housemates were shipping us. They said, okra don't turn vegetable, Yeah, and I was like, okay, wow. So that means there's someone that can actually make okra turn vegetable. Okay, I'm loving the buzz, Yeah. And then we went on. Even Big Brother said, when they ship us, they join, they do taxi, they prepare us together and stuff, So like, okay, it's like this buzz is fun, and okay, let's just go on now. And then coming out, Doc comes is okay. Looking at it from this side, we pushed it because we really wanted it to be real, really, really real. Right, we wanted them to feel something. In fact, as a matter of fact, we were like, okay, because I was like, Nami, they make your timetable. He was always like, with this babe, with this babe, with this babe. I was like, okay, well, this week is my week. May nobody struggling with me.
She first 5 things.
From next week, I go make the new timetable. So if we made it into the house on Sunday, right? On Monday, the timetable was already set for the next person. You get? So I knew he was catching his cruise. We were both catching our cruise too. We're enjoying the buzz and the cruise and all that. So we really wanted it to look very, very real. Right? So, well, not because of the pressure or anything, but that was also a good distraction for me too.
Oh.
From, taking my head away from. So I was now enjoying the buzz from the housemates and every other activity, right? So it can't come on my mind from plenty thinking, okay, how's my boy doing and all of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was basically it was like a spontaneous thing.
Okay, so it was like a good distraction away from every other thing that was going on. That you honestly, that
and funny enough, we always keep. Yeah, because at some point, we were like, when we are talking, sometimes we're under the sheet and we are talking about who was talking about us, and we are like talking about it, the whole activity for the day and all that. I can only imagine what people think we're always doing under the sheet.
No. Let's not imagine. I'll tell you.
It didn't come out the way it was supposed to.
I'll tell you. People thought people were having sex. Let's not even say what we were. No, they thought you guys were having sex. And there was a time where it looked like there was a condom. Then it looked like there was a time where it looked like Boma took a tissue paper and took it under the sheet. And obviously, when those things happen in real life, it's like they just snack finished. Do you understand? So that's exactly what was going on in the mind of a lot of people. So I'd like you to clarify that. So you guys were just talking under the sheets. Nothing was happening, even when your bodies were moving in unison.
There were times, like someone like J. Paul, there were times we just sneak into the room, We have one sensor just by our bed here, right?
Yeah.
We have one here. And I just noticed that since the whole time the whole thing started, anytime we're together, the attention is always on us,
Okay.
So whenever we see that is when we switch into action. There were times, in fact, Boma and I, if we're talking, half of the time we're talking trash. Okay. Half of the time we're talking trash. Because we used to see ourselves like two crazy people, either we're talking about somebody, this person's short, or we are elaborating about something, we're always talking trash. So when it came like that, when we see that we are together and we are having a normal housemate conversation, or maybe we're talking about life outside for both of us, and we just see that, okay, they are now on us. The next thing, we have this slang that is called, that we always say, So because we don't have to talk about the cameras, have to ignore it, right? It'd be like when person they go thief chicken for pots. Person they watch on like this, you know. So when he says that, I already know what to do next. You get so. I think as I come up, I think don't tire me and say cruise where we don't want cash cruise. Which kind of problem is this one? If we had made it to the house on Monday, I'm sure the viewers would have understood what we were doing. Right. They would have just completely understood. Okay, so wow, I use us. Okay.
So before I allow you go, you were talking about Angel, and you said something about Boma going to Angel's bed. After that part, I don't hear anything we talk again.
Oh yeah, so I was like, after Angel went to Queen, you know, and my bed, and then the next person was supposed to be Peace, because he's more like his close friends.
Yeah,
you know, he's really close to Peace too. So I was like, this Monday na Peace they go, na Peace estate, na Peace apartment.
Now you be landlord of the whole area. Now you direct where I go.
No, trust me, I and Boma were really, really close. Like, he's like one of the people where we say, I know, say he's not well, but he's okay he's okay to be a friend, you know. So okay. I say it all the time. Even in the room when we are there, I was like, Boma, hurry up, pack your things. You're going to Peace apartment, you know. So we talk about it. That was supposed to be for Monday's plan, you know. Yeah. But well, as you know, make them now. We deal with the responses we're getting right now.
Oh yes. Talking about the responses, I told Boma that I went to the supermarket yesterday, and I saw elderly women, not small people, elderly women that should have no business whatsoever like. These women were talking about it. How can a married woman? That husband is the one I even blame. How can he allow his wife go into the house? Blah 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 blah. I didn't even first understand what they were saying, but because there was a queue now, so I was waiting. I was hearing them say this thing. So people are saying things like, okay, that you forgot your marital vows. Hold on, please. Yes, you forgot your marital vows, that your husband is not a real man because he allowed you. So how do you respond to things like that? Because even me, I felt offended at the beginning, but I'd like to hear from you. How do you respond to things like that?
I don't blame them. For men and women who think that way, they have low self-esteem. And it is not in my place to help them redeem it. Because I don't see any reason why a husband will see his wife with potentials and not help her achieve it. I also do not see why a woman will see herself flying high and not fly high because she's married. If I'm married to you, I shouldn't end my dreams because I'm married to you. If you are married to me as a man, you should not end your dreams because you're married to me. We should be able to meet in the middle.
Yes.
Right. So if my husband supports me to go for the show, that is because we had an agreement supposed on day. Like I said, I'm very vocal, right? Yeah. I'm actually very vocal. I go straight to the point. This is what I want to do for my life. You know, we talk about it, we have a communication, and then come up with a result. You feed one, if you feed one, we move. If you not feed one, because I don't feel there's any need why we should be married and then we keep going back and forth and not having a good space. Do you understand? So it's not a do or die affair. To me, I love marriage, I love love, but if it's something that is affecting your mental health, then you should do away with it. That's why women will get upset and kill their husbands. Men will get upset and kill their wives because of all these tiny frustrations. As a man, the woman too is not giving you the next thing na to carry knife stab her. Don't know why she's not giving peace of mind, because she's frustrated. She has so much, but you as a man, you're trying to support in. Before you know it, she's bitter. Do you get what I'm saying? So women are going through a lot. Likewise, the men.
So you were saying before the whole thing that you do not blame people who have those school of thought and everything, that your husband is a real man.
Yes, he is. And that is it for me. If you can support me all the way, see, I'm going with you the 100 yards, like straight up. Because if you can actually make me in my head, there are women who want to be housewives.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. There are people who wants to be Oga wife, just one day house, they chop cash. There's nothing absolutely wrong with it. There are also women who are flyers.
Okay.
And you actually need a man who understands that you need to fly to be with you. If you go and meet a man that wants you to stay at home and be collecting pension,
Wahala. She said pension.
Wahala. Problem, because no matter how much you have, you still want to do that thing you want to do. You cannot stop purpose.
Of course.
She gets it. You can't. So, like I said before, so those of them with you say he's not a real man, well, I'm sorry, I'm married to him, so he's a real man to me.
So shout out to your husband, man, for supporting your dream, for supporting the Tega brand, despite all the drama and everything that's going on. But I want to ask this question again. You know, we talked about the fact that all the things that you did in Boma was a distraction, yes, from every other thing that was going on. But there were other ways. Let me use the words of somebody. He says, why did Tega decide to go and philander? Or why were you philandering? That's what they were saying. So to those people now, would you answer?
That wasn't like a plan. Like I said, it was a spontaneous thing.
Yeah.
Right? And when I noticed that we were getting the buzz, right? We just kept on, went on. We're like, okay, how far? This thing, so you go great actor, no, we'll run out, you know. And it was like, cool, fine. I did game, and we just went on. You understand? It's not like something that's okay. I sat down to strategize. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. If I did that, then there are other ways. But it was a situation, and they just went with the flow. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It looks like the Wi-Fi is giving us issues. Yeah, but he says, yeah. You said you guys just went with the flow.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's just I can't even see you anymore. But he's saying your network bandwidth is low. Oh, okay. He's back now.
Yeah.
He's back now. Okay, so Tega, this was fun. These internet issues is just what is giving me problems. But I like the fact that at least you've explained to everybody who cares to listen that this is what was going on. It doesn't take away anything from who you are. I'm correct, right? Yes. Okay.
Of course.
So let's talk about who you think is going to win the competition. Knowing what you know now, as you don't come out and you see everything that's happening, who do you think is going to win?
I have my top 5.
Give me.
And if any of them wins, I'm good.
Yeah, give me the top 5.
I have J. Paul.
1.
I have Y.
2.
I have Liquor Rose.
3.